Al, you finally did it.
I finally did!
We have now finally watched all of the CG Resident Evil films and television shows.
Yay!
No more for us to watch.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's all gone.
Yeah, and especially because, like, the good ones are the later ones.
Yeah, we kind of ended on a little bit of a of a flat note here.
We started on a super high note with Vendetta.
True.
Can't top that.
Yes. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA, the podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc, Allie, and Lady.
Hello.
This is episode number 475, and we are discussing Resident Evil Degeneration, the very first CG Resident Evil film. The one that started it all.
Adult animated biopunk action horror film.
Yep, I'm always calling it that, of course.
It's a lot of words right there.
So yeah, this is the first one they made. Then they would go on to make 3 more after this, also a CG show for Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And it all started here. This came out on October the 17th, 2008. It also premiered at the Tokyo Game Show. So this takes place in 2005 canonically, but also was released before Resident Evil 5. So we'll get into a little bit of that near the end of the film and why that's important. But yeah, this is still post RE4 stuff. We got Leon, who sure is here. Stands up a lot. We got Claire. Making her return from Code Veronica.
Yeah. Still being Claire.
And they're going to help stop a bioterrorism event.
2 of them.
2 of them. I mean, I guess they're all connected, I would assume.
They are, but, like, there are 2 locations.
Yeah. They had apparently thought about wanting to do this since, like, 2006.
Wow, really?
And then, of course, 2 years later, this thing comes out and all that sort of stuff. There was something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, yes. Apparently there's a featurette on the home video release, which you would have. There's also some voice bloopers and 2 Resident Evil 5 trailers. But apparently the filmmakers about this said that this is basically Resident Evil 4.5.
Oh.
Which, I don't know about that. They also made a mobile game kind of on this film for the N-Gage, and then an iPhone version in 2009 where you only get to play as Leon. Just him.
Look at this in the chat.
Yeah. I don't like it. There's a bit here Al is referencing about how as you watch this film, you'll clearly realize that even though this is post 4, Leon is very serious in a just strange way. Like, there's no quips or anything. He's not just like silly action hero as he was in 4. He's more like, I'm serious guy now. And it's like, it's so totally out of place.
Especially, it's out of character.
Yeah, especially considering what they do afterwards with this and everything with his character and the other films and the games afterwards and all that, and what they did with the 2 and 4 remakes. It's like, this is a very out of place Leon. Like, he is not that serious. Also, he just stands up the whole time where he's like, I gotta have arms down the whole time when I'm standing there. I am the most tensed up individual ever. Oh, I'm standing here. It's very bizarre.
I feel like it would have worked better if it had been Chris.
Yeah.
Like, the attitude is more of a Chris attitude.
Yeah.
Than a Leon attitude.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. They sold about 1.6 million DVD and Blu-rays. Probably also some UMDs there as well.
Probably.
It was released on that. So, you know, they sold a fair bit of stuff, and then they made a sequel was Damnation, that came out in 2012.
It's
so
a better
4 years
movie.
After the fact.
It's not as good as Vendetta, though.
No.
But it is a better movie than this.
So yeah, this is, again, like we said, the first one. We had not seen it because it's my fault. So we'll go with that. One of the things we were definitely thinking about when we were going into this film was like, this is a film from 2008. This is the first CG film, and the previous ones had been like going back to Damnation, it was like, okay, this has aged a little bit, but like it's mostly fine.
Yeah.
So going back another 4 years before that, it was like, okay, how is this going to
How
age?
bad's it gonna look?
And yikes.
Yeah, there's one like there's some jaggy edges at points that you're just like, oh, whoa, yikes. But also everybody looks real weird.
Yeah, apparently they like used a face scan from a model for Leon here, which is probably why he looks so weird. But also,
Yeah.
I feel like everyone also kind of just looks like they've been run through like an AI filter.
Yeah.
They got yassified.
They did kind of get yassified.
So everything just looks super bizarre and strange. Like this is definitely CG that has not aged well.
Mm-mm.
And now again, obviously, during the 2000s in particular, like that's just a thing you're going to have to deal with a lot of CG films at the time, especially like, this is not a high budget CG film, despite the fact that like, they have Sony and Capcom working together. Like this is not
Right.
like they don't have like Disney or DreamWorks money or that type of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
this was not Pixar.
no. So it is a little rough to go back to and everything. So you got to deal with that. And I would say as well, like, this has the feeling of like this is their first time doing one of these because like the story is very safe.
Oh yeah,
like
totally.
they don't take really any swings or anything. It's just kind of like run of the mill. If you've played a Resident Evil game before, it's just kind of that, but very condensed and everything. Of just bioterrorism thing happens and the heroes have to step in and save the day.
Sometimes there's somebody that you'll never see again that pops in to help out.
And people are stupid.
People are very stupid. Also, the government's corrupt.
Who could have seen this coming?
Also, there's umbrella references. Yay!
I mean, very literal ones, of course.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we also get, this is the first time I think we learn of like Claire being a member of TerraSave.
Yes.
So there's that. That becomes canonical later on when we revisit her in Revelation. No. Whatever that game was called, the bad
Revelations
one.
2.
Yes. I didn't remember if it was Revelations or not. Yes, Revelations 2, she's also a member of it in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Leon's here. He's doing his thing. He's got his jacket from 4. It's still just the same jacket. He's just wearing the same outfit from 4. He has not changed in a year.
Stanced up.
Stanced up. Very, he's probably thinking in the back of his head, where's Ada?
Where's Ada?
Why didn't she get to come here? This is also like the original Leon voice actor and original Claire voice actress reprising those roles for this game. Or not this game, this movie and everything. So if you're used to like, Matt Mercer is Leon or like the new guy is Leon, or the new lady who does Claire and everything, like it would be a little jarring at first, like having to get used to like these voices and everything. And then the rest of the voice cast is pretty much like the standard fare of people you would find in video games and anime in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got your Laura Bailey, you got your Crispin Freeman, Michelle Ruff, Steve Bloom's here. And then a bunch of other names that we, like a JYB, Yuri Lowenthal, Troy Baker, are, like, very minor roles, which is, again, saying something.
Yeah, Keith Silverstein.
Yeah, so, like, it is, like, the who's who of, like, who was doing, like, video game and anime voice acting at the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Can you believe that there is a bioterrorism event happening at the very beginning of this film?
No way.
I cannot believe it.
No way.
Claire is there with a small child and a senator.
Even then, like, Claire's kind of an idiot with this child because, like, she's told to watch her while the aunt goes to, like, get the car. And then, like, Claire decides she's gonna like step in on an incident with like the zombie mask thing, and she like leaves this kid behind. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
This is the genesis of Claire being just completely stupid.
No,
the series just goes with now.
I agree. They're just like, well, Claire's just like this now. It's like great, and then also like she mostly gets backseated for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, this is the Leon show.
Yeah.
Like they barely give her even like they make mention of like, oh yeah, she survived Raccoon City, she knows how to deal with this sort of stuff, but like she doesn't get really any weapons unless Leon like hands her something.
Mhm.
Other than that, she just has like melee weapons, and like at one point she has a red and white umbrella, and where she makes a quip of like, oh, isn't this ironic?
Yeah.
Boo ba doo
Um,
boo boo doo doo doo.
she gets like the one scene where she like kicks something away and then shoots a bunch of dudes, and like that's kind of cool, but that's about it.
Yeah, I was like, why did you get to do that? And then afterwards, everything is just like, I'm just here.
I'm just
Hello.
here. It's like somebody give her a gun. She's obviously like she knows what she's doing, and they're like, no, she's just gonna hug this child.
Leon's
Great.
gonna have two guns. Damn,
Mhm.
Leon, why did your mom let you have two guns?
And replicas of the same leather jacket over and over and over and over.
And just stand there very stiff.
That dude is stanced the whole movie. It's so funny. Like he doesn't put his hand on his hip, he doesn't cross his arms, he doesn't like lean on a wall.
Nope, just hands to the side.
He just stands there menacingly. It's crazy.
I think one of the weird things about this film, especially when you go back to like I guess the kind of redesign they do for Leon here with his face and everything, is that like the whole time I just feel like it's reminding me of the PS1 skin from RE2,
Mhm.
the RE2 remake, where it just that skin doesn't emote or anything. It just has the
Right.
same static face, and that's just basically how Leon is this entire movie. He's the only character in this film where he just doesn't emote or anything. Just has the same face the whole time. He looks like he's got a poop at times. It's just like, what are you doing to my boy?
What are you doing to my boy?
They massacred my boy.
They did. It's so annoying because like this is who is this man? Who are you?
Again, like I
Um,
know we're harping on it, but it just feels so strange that this is the idea they decided to go with after Resident Evil 4.
right. Like, why are we trying to make him into a cool guy? He's not a cool guy. He's he's a freaking nerd
He's a
who
doofus.
he's a doofus who can do cool action stuff, and that's what we want from him, and that's what I need from him, and that's what we get from him and most other stuff. This one, they're just like, he's a dude.
We gotta make him edgy.
Brr.
I mean, this film came out in 2008,
I
and that
say
was
it was
kind of
that
like
period.
the time of we got to make edgy protagonists. Everything's got to look brown,
Ugh.
all that sort of stuff. So I kind of understand why they would change it a little bit, but again, it just does not really work well, especially when you're going back to this in retrospect to look
Mhm.
at it and everything.
You know what it makes me think of?
What's that?
This is gonna be a weird comparison, but roll with me for a second.
All right, I'm rolling. What?
It kind of reminds me of Cloud and Advent Children.
Sure.
How they're just like, all right, this dude doesn't emote. He loses all of his like weird little quirks that he gets. He's edgy sad boy the whole time. And it's like, who are you? Who is this? Who's this man? You look sort of like him. And in this case with Leon, you look not really like him. You're dressed like him. But who are you?
Who?
I do like the flashbacks we get of them in RE2 where like Claire's got her ridiculous like pink denim outfit on.
Yeah, I think that's interesting as well. That like this is like the first time they had done like up-resed stuff from RE2.
Mm-hmm.
So like that at least is interesting to see kind of like their idea of like what a remake of RE2 would have looked like in 2008 essentially.
Right.
Where it's just we got the same outfits and everything looks nicer.
Yeah.
But so I think
Except
that
for
part
Leon's face.
yeah, that part at least is interesting to see kind of that stuff, but then everything else in this film is just pretty meh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had told you, like, I have not seen this in like basically since it came out.
Right.
So I could not vouch for the quality, but we had to
We had to
complete it.
finish the story.
We had to finish it. And now we know like there's well, I probably did know before and I forgot, but there's a connection into the games.
There is a connection to the games. You are right.
Whoa.
I think another thing that kind of hurts this film in particular is that like there really isn't like a centralized villain as like most RE games usually have type deal.
Yeah. I don't know, like Frederick feels like a budget Wesker.
Yes. Again, like he just has a big reveal at the end, and like, he's dealt with immediately. The
Immediately.
senator guy is just a skeevy dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the Curtis fellow who transforms is just a guy that was kind of just like taken advantage of and just desperate. So like
Yeah.
he's not even really a villain. He just turns himself into a monster for the sake of it.
Yeah.
So like there's really no big like villain here that like gets dealt with. So that also kind of feels strange in and of itself, because like there's also like this like general guy that's supposedly wanting the virus and everything, but like
Right.
never showed on screen or anything. Is just mentioned offhand every now and then. So like that doesn't really feel like a big bad type thing. It's very weird.
It also feels so strange to me that like I know he's not the smartest dude, but Leon, why do you keep working for the US government when like they keep showing themselves to be extremely corrupt? Like I know that there's the lore reason that like they are making him do it because of Sherry. I know that. But like come on, you can't figure anything out, buddy?
He loves authoritative regimes. He wanted to be a
Apparent
cop, and now he
Yeah.
works for the government.
Okay, I mean you're right. You're right.
He's a classic white boy.
Yeah, no kidding. Ugh.
I mean, I guess, hey, we'll figure out what he's doing in 9 and see if he's still working for the government at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't know if they've really said one way or the other what he's really doing, but now he's just an unk, so
Yeah, now he's an unk with
facial hair.
some facial hair and some guns.
Yep.
Well, he's already had guns, but people are like, "Whoa, look at them guns." Not the pew pew guns.
Pew pew. I would also say I think a lot of the action scenes are kind of like muted in a way where like they are very tame compared to where we get with Vendetta.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. We don't get a motorcycle slide into an elevator.
Vendetta was just like, all right, we're just gonna make things as dumb as possible. Whereas this
Hell
is just
yeah.
like, I don't know, we're just gonna shoot some zombies in the head. That's kind of it, really.
Yeah, and I mean, even like Death Island had like bombastic stuff happening too. But yeah, this one, like some of the coolest shots we get are really like Claire doing that like kick shoot thing, and then like maybe the part where Leon's like running and jumping through that
He's
like
just doing some
obstacle course
parkour,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the parkour. Like those are the only ones that stick out to me as like those are kind of cool.
Like the whole fight or like the whole sequences with the Curtis monster are really just whatever. It's just mostly him just wrecking like nameless soldier dudes and everything. Like there's no big fight with him really. It's just like he takes Leon does like a couple of things to him, and that's enough to take care of this dude once and for all somehow.
I do like that we get a my leg
My
in this. And you at one point thought Leon was pointing because he had thrown his knife
It
into
would have been better if he was just pointing at the monster and just been like,
pew pew.
finger guns.
It would have been cool, but no, he had just thrown his knife, and so he had his hand like in that position to throw the knife in the eyeball.
To be fair, I got distracted by Gam
no, that's
and looked away, and then I looked back and he's got his hands like that. I was like, what is he doing?
You know, that's so fair.
Like, what? You trying to do some cool like taunt at the thing?
But also, who has their hand like that after they throw a knife? So
Leon S. Kennedy.
yeah, that's fair. He does kind of get a smooch, and
Does he?
He's
He does mouth to mouth in the water, and that's kind of it. And even then, it was just like, I'm giving you air. That's it.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Hey, let's hang out later. All right, bye."
hang on. She asks if if she wants to go diving with him again. He's just like, yeah, all right, later.
Love to.
The most stoned face, like, sure. All right, bye.
And it's like, brother, this lady is like into you, and she got a cute polka dot dress on, and she's got her hammer hammers out. Like, come on.
He's got one lady on his mind.
You know
Hey,
what?
he's ready to finish that story in Resident Evil Damnation.
Right. They do confirm that they do the doinky
He's gonna
doink
get him some,
in Damnation, don't they?
and then he's got to finish it even more in 6.
Man, I think I've probably mentioned this to you before. But that's like my least favorite thing about Resident Evil is the Leon Ada thing. Because like, Leon, why? Leon.
He's a toxic white boy.
He is a toxic white boy, and he's like, oh man, I gotta stick my dick in the crazy. I gotta. And it's like, brother, she keeps trying to murder you and also like backstab the entire world and cause bio incidents.
But in his brain, he's like, yeah, that's hot though.
Have you seen that dress? Come on. It's like, oh, buddy, you're one of them. You're one of them.
We also got some weird lessening design. I don't even know what to say, but like the design between the original Curtis monster and then the transformed one, where like the CG just like falls apart for some reason. It gets way worse.
It looks like claymation in the second
it's like,
form.
what happened here?
Yeah, it's very weird.
And they really don't even do much to like make this look like a unique monster or anything. It just looks like any big thing that you would have fought in a Resident Evil game with the giant eyeballs, of course, as a trademark, but like
it has to.
It doesn't look all that unique. It's like, okay, I've seen this probably before in one of the games, and I fought this before in one of the games.
But he does have his non-Gunner arm.
He does have that very skinny arm for some reason.
So that part's funny.
Like, bro, why is your arm so skinny and everything else got beefy?
It's a long, skinny noodle arm.
His leg got really beefy when he transformed, and then he shows up again, and that arm is still just as flimsy as anything. Like a breeze would fly through and it would just snap in half.
He's got like Adventure Time arms.
He does.
But it's just that one arm. The other arm's like yeah, the non-Gunner arm is definitely noodle arm, but he skipped left arm day. But then he ends up getting that like really, really tiny waist for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And
I slimmed down here.
He slims down a lot in the middle.
All the torso meat just went to his legs.
And then he gets that like weird face. It's kind of like a pug.
Yeah, they kind of just fell off here in terms of like this transformation sequence and everything.
Yeah, he could have looked way cooler than that.
They're just like, I don't know, just make his arms skinny still, but give him beefier legs and a weirder face. Keep that big eyeball though.
Keep the big eyeball.
We gotta make sure that's in there still, of course.
Man, the first transformation was pretty cool though. I mean, besides this noodle arm, but like it looked like a Resident Evil transformation. You're right though. It was like a generic. I injected myself with something. Now I'm a monster kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. Somehow no one went for that weak spot except for Leon, and he just threw a knife at it, and that was it.
That was it.
Like, brother, you have been through this song and dance multiple times by now. You know how to deal with this.
Right. Like, obviously the eye is the weak point. Come on.
And yet somehow it just takes one bullet to the head, and that's enough to make this thing be defeated. Which I don't get.
I don't get that either. But also, like, something that I think is really bizarre about this movie is that at one point, she's like trying to like talk to him. He's like, Curtis is dead. That thing only sees you as a breeding ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
huh?
When did that become canon? That they want to like people. Huh? Leon, do you have something to tell us?
Sorry, I can't tell you that. That's classified.
Classified. I was like, I don't. That has literally never been part of the Resident Evil canon, so I don't know what that was about.
It was, yeah. I don't know.
Because usually the transformations are you bite.
Ya
Nom
bite.
nom 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 nom. Or you inject. Not like you do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was wild. Leon was wild and then
She also just like did not react to that at all. If I
No!
heard that, I'd be like, huh? Huh? Excuse me?
And then
And she was
Claire's
just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
yeah, or Claire's too busy like dragging her leg behind after she got like a tiny shard of glass in her leg.
Yeah. Ooh, ouchie, my leg.
Owie.
Ooh. I'm gonna spy on you guys holding hands.
Lewd.
But yeah, we also, like you said earlier, there is a connection to the next game, Resident Evil 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the movie, we learned that the place that all the stuff had taken place at Will Pharma, which is what a name. They basically go out of business, and a new place has come to purchase them as they've now gone bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tricell. Tricell, of course, being the big bads of Resident Evil 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they also killed that senator dude.
He did. Poison. And they deleted all of his computer info.
They deleted all his computer. They got a sample of the G virus. So yeah. Which I thought was like a nice little like touch to be like, here's a little tease of the next Resident Evil game and story, which is 5, and you know, of course, this group is a big proponent of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a nice little thing to add of like, hey, you should come watch this movie because there's gonna be a tie into the game, the next game coming out in the next year. So that at least was smart. I don't know if everything else in this movie was smart, but you know, at least that was a nice little like nod to be like, hey, we're not just making this as like a standalone spin-off thing that's just in this universe. Like we're tying this into the games for sure.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, like, this was pretty meh.
Yeah, it was I wouldn't even call it mid. It was just meh.
But it is nice to know, hey, we've seen them all now, that we know that they get better in, you know, subsequent movies and everything, to where they, you know, by the end of it, they're really understanding the bombastic and stupid nature of Resident Evil. But you got to start somewhere, and this was the somewhere. And
this was the somewhere.
It was certainly a safe way to go about making a in-universe Resident Evil film. Because I think at this time, the live action ones would have been out by now, right?
Yeah, they were.
So, you know, got to make it. You got to distinguish it from those as well. So, gotta play it safe.
Ooh.
Gotta play it safe by making Leon look constipated and just stiff as a board.
Stands up.
I'm not gonna make any quips. I'm very serious.
Oh, that's the worst part of
I'm a
this.
serious action hero, man. I can't move my arms. They're stuck to my side. But yeah, now we finally watched them all. They should I mean, I assume at some point they'll probably make another one.
I would hope so.
It would make sense. But yeah, we are now out of Resident Evil films, CG films to watch.
Yeah.
We've done them all. We've talked about them all.
Vendetta still peak.
True. Not wrong. Do you have any final thoughts about Resident Evil Degeneration?
What the hell is that in next song?
That's called 2008 in a nutshell.
Yeah, fair.
That's what I got to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's going to do it for us this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimeCheckup.com or sac.cool where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimeCheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And get support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early. You can listen to our monthly exclusive Patreon podcast, which we have a new episode of that up.
Mm-hmm.
It was Al's pick of the month.
Yay!
And she decided to let us watch Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
Which was an interesting film, especially for me, because I had really no context of what was going to be happening, and I was just on a roller coaster ride of wildness all the way throughout that film. So if you want to hear my bewildered thoughts about that film, check out the latest episode of that.
Yay!
And you can also listen to the previous episodes of that as well, as long with some bonus content all throughout the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great bargain.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we'll talk about something. I don't know.
Shrug shoulders.
It'll be something.
Maybe you'll finish the game you've been playing?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Who knows?
Who knows?